What the heck is up with this? It's a motion-sensitive faucet, or it appears to be, but it has a handle, and it doesn't work unless then it works. I suppose I could Google it, but I'll just let someone else Google that for me. This is a non-paid product announcement, or it's not really an endorsement because I haven't tried it yet, but, a plug. It's a plug. I'm going to give a plug. I'm working at home today. It's lunchtime. I decided that I didn't really want to go out and eat at a restaurant, so instead I just called up Domino's and I ordered myself a sandwich because I like sandwiches, see? It turns out that the first 50 customers today get a free new marbled cookie brownie, which is actually bigger than my sandwich. Take a look at this thing. It smells phenomenal. It's also piping hot. I mean, it just came out of the oven, so by the time I'm done with that sandwich, if I don't talk here too long, that's going to be good. And I might even save some for the kids. Maybe. Just maybe. And now, we try the brownie. Can't complain about that. And it was free. Especially can't complain about that. Thank you, Domino's. I did a whole thing about the Apple event today while I was driving to pick up Michelle, and somehow the camera had gotten the focus lock on the wrong thing in the car, and so it was all blurry, and I'm not at my best when I look blurry, so I guess we'll do it again, but it's going to be boring here in my ready room. And so Apple event today. So they had their big due, and much anticipated and much leaked. And there's basically almost nothing that comes out of these things that surprises people anymore, which is a shame because it was kind of cool when you get something that was truly surprising. But all right, whatever. So the products they talked about today were the Apple Watch, which got one, don't need another one. I'm pleased that they did not come out with new hardware, per se, for the Apple Watch. They did come out with new colors of Apple Watch, so in the sport model. So if you're one of those people that likes gold jewelry, they have gold Apple Watches now. I personally cannot stand gold jewelry, so that has no appeal to me, and I have absolutely no buyer's remorse over the dark colored one that I have, which is much more in line with my sensibilities. Anyway, but it's nice. WatchOS 2 will be out next week, and I'm eagerly anticipating that, so that will be fun, and I'll probably have some more to say about it then. iPad Pro, big iPad, don't need a big iPad. Higher resolution, don't really need a higher resolution. Keyboard case. I've never really had a problem with... I can understand that if you were a heavy typist, and I mean like lots of typing, you would not want to necessarily be typing on the glass screen, because I have been in cases where after typing a long time, you get that feeling like you've been smacking your fingers against a brick wall for a while. So I can kind of understand it, but not a necessary accessory for me. I've resisted getting one for a long time on my iPad, and in fact, I actually have one. Somebody gave me. I forgot how I got it, but I got it, and have no use for it. It's gathering dust, as are so many other things around here. Stylus, well, I'm going to go with, I prefer the finger mechanism for navigation. I don't want programmers to start writing
code that you need that level of precision to operate. I think that would be a disaster. However, if you're an artist and you want to draw things, or perhaps if there's a handwriting like Chinese characters or something that you wanted to do, I think having the stylus is a nice option. And I think it's interesting how they have refined the technology to deal with both the fingers and the stylus and the different control, granular nature of the control and whatnot, and some of the power saving features. But all in all, no iPad Pro in this family.
iPhone 6s?
Well, I don't want to say that's a big ho-hum. Ooh, I've achieved a goal. I guess it's my talking goal today. It's kind of ho-hum. I mean, I have an iPhone 6 and I like it, and I'd like a 12 megapixel camera, and I'd like 4K video, but then what would I do with 4K video? I already shoot 1080p and upload these at 720p already. So I could shoot at 4K and upload them at 720p. It doesn't make any sense. And of course you'll run out of space much quicker. So that's those live photos look like a silly gimmick. And the 3D touch, which is an extension of the Force Touch on the watch, I could see how it would have its place, but again, I'm worried that developers will adopt it and then neglect the features for people who are using non-3D touch iPhones. There will be no iPhone 6s on the menu this year for the Glover family. We'll hold out for the 7. It's really the only thing that makes sense. But what we will be getting is the Apple TV. Absolutely. That I think the app idea, the notion that now developers can put together things for the TV will be big. I agree with Apple on that one. I think that's a long time coming, and I think they've demoed with all the things like Hulu apps and Netflix and other services like Periscope or Vine, things that people are using video for on an iPhone or an iPad, that they're already projecting them on their TV with AirPlay, or they're sitting around and watching them and sharing with their friends. This is going to be huge. And then there's the gaming angle. The Wii, which I liked the Wii quite a bit, fit in a very nice little market for families that were not, I'm a gamer! Those people, the ones that watch the YouTube gaming channel, those people that buy Xboxes and PlayStations and whatnot. Families with, adults, families with kids that aren't teenagers, and or 20-year-old single people or whatnot. But and the Wii has abdicated that space. The Wii U sucks, and they never managed to capitalize on the fact that they held their own unique place, and they didn't hold it. And now there's nothing in that spot. And Apple has made what appears to be a great fill-in. Not to mention that, if games aren't $50, if games are on the scale of iPhone games, where they're either cheap or they're freemium, although I hate freemium, I have to say. With a passion, I hate freemium games. I would much rather pay for a game than I would to be constantly bombarded with ads or asked to purchase upgrades, or you could play the game better if you just buy the squash plant for your Plants vs. Zombies 2 or whatever. So, but I think, the fact you combine that with the fact that you can just buy it now and have it on your TV. I don't know how the series is going to work, but the universal search across I really like the idea of being able to go in and search for a movie, and it will automatically look at Netflix and Hulu and iTunes and tell me that it's not available. Which is, now I have to go to all of the different services and have each one individually tell me anything I want to watch is not available, which seems to be a frightening pattern there. Anyway, but it happens all the time. I mean, nothing I want to watch is there. It's all new crap and these awful, horrid, bad movies and people talking or people blowing. You know, it used to be only the bad movies were the ones where people were just yak, 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 and then you had some action films. And now the action films are just as bad as the yacky films because it's just, you might as well shut your brain down and watch a video game. Oh, wait. YouTube gaming. I think I understand it now. It's like watching a Michael Bay film. Only with more plot. Oh, dear. Anyway, I think I've had enough, but Apple TV October, I will have one. I will, as soon as pre-orders are open. It's a done deal. Take my money, Apple. Get my wallet. I will give you money right now. Let me buy it. Show my support. And I think it's going to be I think that's going to be big. Might take a little time, but I think it's going to be big. Well, remember, it's time to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will talk to you probably towards the weekend.